Welcome, everybody, to The Final Score. I'm your host, Nicholas Marcinov, and to Dolphins fans, say hello, Chris.
Hello. It's been a while. Well, it's actually only been like a week.
That's okay.
But,
Seems like everybody's leaving me nowadays.
Oh my god.
We're starting off like this, Chris.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so welcome to the show. If you are brand new, I've challenged my buddies to a game of who can predict the NFL season the best. We go throughout the Super Bowl. Whoever has the best record wins a jersey out of, Chris?
Your pocket.
My pocket. I'm happy to do it. This is our third time doing it. I am a one-time champ. Won it last season and got this amazing custom Browns jersey before they picked up Deshaun Watson. Let me just say that. And so far this season, Chris, you and I are actually tied for first place. We're both 65 and 43. How does that make you feel?
You know what? I've been in third place for the last 2 years. Feels good to be in first.
Tied for first, my man. Tied for first.
Or tied for first.
Yep. So anything can happen this weekend, but we can't let you can't stray too far off because Ben is just 3 games behind with a record of 62 and 46. Then it's Tanner, who's 52 and 56, and then DJ, who's coming back on Tanner with a record of 49 and 59. So they may seem far away, but we've seen amazing comebacks on this channel in just 2 seasons. So anything can happen. Are you ready to get going on these predictions for week number 8?
Oh, I sure am.
All right, buddy. Well, first off, it's the Thursday night game between the Baltimore Ravens heading down to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers. Tell me about it.
Okay, well, if you don't know, if you live in a rock, actually, Tom Brady is not looking like the stellar quarterback he usually is. And he really didn't throw anything yet last week against the Panthers. Panthers won 21-3. Ravens are looking pretty good. You know, they won last week, right? I don't. Last week was a blur.
No, they lost to the Giants. Hang on, let me double check. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, anyway,
they beat the Browns.
They beat the Browns. Okay. Well, that's a big division rival, so that's pretty good. Browns are 2-5. I'm gonna give this one to Baltimore, actually. Because with Tom Brady not looking as good as he should, I definitely think the Ravens have a strong possibility of, taking a dub.
Okay, man. Well, either you're going to be right or I'm going to be right. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just because you're going with the Ravens, if I'm being honest. I'm thinking about it. The Buccaneers have been embarrassed 2 weeks in a row. I think that this is going to be whenever they get back on track and everybody's going to be like, oh, Tom Brady's still Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'm right.
We'll see. Anyways, let's move on to the first Sunday game. It's actually a London game, man. So 6:30 in the morning, but it's prime time. Denver Broncos against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Denver Broncos, I keep saying it, dude. They're going to be last in their division. It doesn't matter how many times Russell Wilson has to stretch in the middle of a plane. They're going to be last in their division. They don't look good. In fact, I think the backup who started for the Broncos last week looked better than Russell Wilson has been all season. Jacksonville, they've had an explosive game last week. I know they lost, but they could have easily have won that game. And so you also have to remember that the Jacksonville Jaguars are London's team. For some reason, they just turn into this amazing team every season. It's so bizarre, but that's why I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And oh my gosh, I actually have their logo. Give me the London Jaguars. Your pick.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Jaguars too, because I'm sick and tired of the NFL picking the Broncos to be on prime time. Can you stop torturing us?
Stop
please?
it. Stop it, NFL. Don't even say please. Just demand it. Just demand it.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, Broncos look like poop. Jaguars look like poop, but they're slightly better poop.
You don't want to know. I want to talk about a team that's slightly better than poop going up against a team that is just showing to be a polished turd. Let's talk about the Miami Dolphins against the Detroit Lions.
Okay, so the Lions are struggling. They got that one win, and they have yet to win anything. Dolphins are coming off a pretty, actually decent win against the Steelers. And I say decent loosely because that game was a dumpster fire in itself.
You still got that dub.
Yeah, still got the dub, but I don't know. The Lions, I don't see them after the last 2 weeks of poor performance, especially with them not having DeAndre Swift, I think, this week. I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off, so I'm going to give it to Miami this week, Just hopefully, they actually do something and not get, a low-scoring game again.
I'm also going with the Dolphins, and it's just because Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they need to take advantage of this matchup. Just focus on the passing game. Tyreek Hill is going to get up like a mofo. I'm going to actually make a very bold prediction and say he gets 200 yards of, just receiving yards. And we'll say 3 touchdowns. I think this is going to be a huge game for Tyreek Hill. Am I pushing all my chips on Tyreek Hill? Absolutely. But are we making a bet? No.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. So, give me Tyreek Hill to just be a fantasy monster this Sunday.
But I don't have him on my fantasy.
Oh, I do.
I
love
got the
Tyreek
Dolphins.
Hill, man.
I got the Dolphins defense, so we'll see about that.
Hey, we'll see. I do think that I've told you this, that if I were to win again this season, I'm getting a Tyreek Hill Dolphins jersey because just favorite wide receiver and that Dolphin blue, man. That Dolphin blue.
If I win this year, I'm gonna get a Jalen Waddle one. No, I already chose. It's that lineman that got that unofficial touchdown.
The upside down.
Robert Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, you could also do custom. Let's not talk about this here. Let's move on to the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. I'll go ahead and talk about this. Panthers, you showed up to a game after trading Christian McCaffrey. Oh my God. And what a better opponent to do it to than Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You guys embarrassed Tom Brady to hell, and I love you guys for it. Low-key, my favorite matchup for the Saints is actually the Carolina Panthers, so I have this love-hate relationship with them where it's I want them to do well, so their matchups are good. But let's talk about a team that I just have a hate-hate relationship with, and that's the Atlanta Falcons. Like I said, the Atlanta Falcons are not that bad this season. I know they got blown out against Cincinnati last week, but they started making a comeback before halftime. After that, they disappeared. But they were starting to make a comeback. And so I think the Atlanta Falcons are better than they appear. So give me the Atlanta Falcons to just kind of right the wrong that the Buccaneers did to the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you because, the Panthers have been playing dookie all season. And just because they beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers one time doesn't mean that they're any good. So they're just kind of like you said, a polished turd. So I'm going to go with the Falcons because the Falcons look decent enough.
Yeah, they do. They do. The Panthers also beat my Saints. Maybe they're just good against division rivals. But we'll have to wait and see on Sunday.
Maybe.
Yep. Let's go ahead and have you talk about the Arizona Cardinals and Minnesota Vikings.
All right. Well, the dry rub is going to a very cold and damp place. And, after seeing what they did against the Saints last week without Kyler Murray, because I guess he had to go play some Black Ops, or not Black Ops, like Call of Duty. Man, they looked pretty good, actually. but they're going to a very cold, like I said, cold and damp place. So I don't think they're going to be as good. Vikings actually look pretty good this year, so I'm going to actually give this one to the Vikings. They look kind of scary.
Yeah, I think that the bye week is just what the Vikings needed. They were starting to slow down a little bit during the season, but that bye week, perfect timing, lets them just refocus and get back on track. Give me the Vikings. Get back on track. They're, 5-1 right now? They're good. Cardinals, not so good. I know they beat up on them.
Keep them on track.
Yeah, keep them on track. Cardinals, I'm still salty. I'll tell you why I'm salty whenever we get to the Raiders and Saints pick. But
okay.
Chicago Bears at Dallas Cowboys. Let me just preface it by saying congratulations to the Chicago Bears. I really didn't give them any credit whatsoever in the matchup against the New England Patriots. I just thought those quarterbacks were playing too well. Justin Fields is not looking like the 10th overall pick in the draft like he should have been. I gave the Bears not enough credit, and they showed us all wrong by just manhandling the New England Patriots, actually forcing Mac Jones to be benched early into the game. So congratulations to the Bears. You guys are going up against the Dallas Cowboys, who have Dak Prescott back. And that game last week, the return of Dak Prescott, that was hard to watch, if I'm being completely honest. But it's also him just coming back up to speed. And so I think that this week he'll be a little bit better adjusted. And the Cowboys defense is a lot better than we give it credit for. So I think that this is going to be a lopsided affair. Give me the Cowboys. No, I won't say lopsided, actually. I'll say it's a low-scoring game where it's going to be like 17-16. Just 1 point difference.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, too. The Bears aren't that good. I think Mac Jones just had a really off night or day.
Mm-hmm.
And they just took advantage of it. And not to mention that the Bears actually traded away one of their best pass rushers in
Robert Quinn
to the Eagles of all teams.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it to the Cowboys. I don't think the Bears are as good as they came out last week.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Pittsburgh Steelers at Philadelphia Eagles. The Steelers, they're not good. And I feel really bad for Mike Tomlin because he has that record of never being below 500 for a season. And it's like, bro, you guys are so screwed. You still have that great defensive core who haven't been playing like that great defensive core of years past. And then you're trying to make it with a rookie quarterback or Mitchell Trubisky. It's not a good situation for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they're going up against the undefeated Eagles. I think I've said enough. The Eagles are just one of the top teams in the league right now. They are the last undefeated team. Fly, Eagles, fly. They're probably going to end up being 11-0 before they see their first loss. So give me the Eagles.
Yeah, give me the Eagles. You can't you can't drop 3 interceptions in a game with that kind of defense.
Right. Well, there you go. Eagles winning streak extends to 7 according to us, and we're in first place. We are in first place.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did I take your Steelers and Eagles? I think I did. Because I did Bears and Cowboys. Whoops.
Oh, whoops. That's okay.
Can I go one more time because it's Raiders at Saints?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for being so chill. You could take the next couple. So Las Vegas Raiders, they finally beat the Houston Texans, got their second win on the season. Very proud of them. And they need the momentum to keep going. They were a playoff team last year, And right now, they're not looking like a playoff team. However, I need them to be able to get into third place in their own division so the Denver Broncos can drop down low, right? And the New Orleans Saints, we got embarrassed by the Arizona Cardinals. Dude, okay, so this is what I was going to tell you was I have Thursday night classes, right? So normally I can't do anything. But last Thursday, the class was canceled, so I went out with some buddies, and I was wearing a Saints jersey. By halftime, I was getting punked, man. Like, everybody was just cheering on the Cardinals, and the Saints looked terrible. They had those back-to-back pick sixes. It was horrible, dude. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, who put this jersey on me? You know? And never the mind that it has my last name on it. So I'm even more tied to the team. So the Saints really made me look bad. Anyways, Jameis Winston's healthy. Can you believe that? So Jameis Winston is healthy. However, Andy Dalton is going to be our starting quarterback. So I'm not excited for this game. Dennis Allen should not be the head coach. He's showing that he can't handle defensive and head coach responsibilities because the defense, the core has basically been the same. You add Tyrann Mathieu, and he just elevates the defense, but we are one of the worst defenses in the entire league. Dennis Allen should not be the head coach, or at least he should not be splitting his time calling the plays for defense as well as being the head coach. I'm looking at the Raiders to cleanse my soul. I need the Raiders to beat up on my Saints. I don't care if it's going to humiliate me, but the Saints need to be taught a lesson, and if I can't do that, I need the Raiders to.
That was a good speech. I'm gonna go with the Raiders, just because after last week when I thought the Saints could beat the Cardinals after they say Kyler Murray was out, and they didn't. So give me the Raiders.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
All right, so you'll take the next couple. New England Patriots at the New York Jets.
Ooh, okay, so the Jets are looking pretty good this year. Surprise. And the Patriots, oddly enough, are tied for last place, I think, or they are in last place. If I remember right.
In the division?
Yeah. I think they're in last place because they're... I can actually check that right now. Give me just a quick second. But anyway, the Patriots lost to the Bears, which is kind of embarrassing, actually. And like I said, the Jets are looking pretty good. And this is actually something I thought I would never say, except for last week when the Jets went against the Patriots. Or not the Patriots, the Broncos. But I'm going to go with the New York Jets. I never thought I would actually hear those words come out of my mouth going against the New England Patriots. By the way, they are last in the division. They are 0-1 against any division rival right now, so go figure. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets.
Oh man, is this the game that I really want to go against you on? Because I feel like the Jets have been playing really well, but I'm also waiting for the shoe to drop. New England really let me down last week, bro. They really let me down. No, you don't get to pick the Jets too often. I'll go with the Jets.
You know what? I'm just thinking it's like we made all those jokes about them kicking their fans in the nuts and then watch them kick us in the nuts.
Yep. That's what they did, dude.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Okay. New York Giants, or excuse me, Tennessee Titans at Houston Texans.
Okay, so Tennessee pulled off a sneaky win last week against was the Colts, and then the Texans. I forgot, did the Texans even play last week?
Yeah,
they did
against the Raiders.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Texas is so irrelevant this season that it's like I don't even remember who they play or when they play. But I'm going to go with Tennessee on this one because Texas just don't
They don't
have
wanna
it this
win.
year.
They
They don't want to win.
yeah.
They're like, give us the number 1 draft pick and we'll be good.
Yeah, I'm going Titans for the same reason. I think the Texans they're not good. Simple as that.
Simple as that, yeah.
Okay, the only game where both teams are above 500, it's the New York Giants at Seattle Seahawks. Take it away, my man.
Okay, so Saquon Barkley has been really good this season. He's just been cutting through defenses. The Giants themselves are looking pretty good. Another team from New York. Actually, their thing is in, I think, New Jersey. So, anyway, Seattle is not as good, in my opinion, than people think they are, because that defense is just absolutely like Swiss cheese. It just came out of freaking Green Bay. Not literally, but, figuratively. And the offense is like struggling. I mean, Geno Smith is doing his best, but it's just, I don't think they're going to be able to beat the New York Giants. So I'm going to take the Giants, actually. You know what? I've taken the Giants more times this year than I have probably in any other season.
I'm impressed. I'm going with the Seahawks. I think that they just have a better offense than the Giants, and the Giants, whenever they struggle, it does not look good. So I'm going with the Seahawks.
Oh, we'll definitely see on Sunday.
We definitely will, bro. Okay. Next up, we have the Washington Commanders at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm finally going to go back to taking over. So the Washington Commanders, terrible team. Colts have benched Matt Ryan, and I don't know if he was necessarily the problem, but he's not going to be starting. It's going to be their new rookie quarterback, and I think that really just tells you everything that you need to know. I don't have the Washington logo, so please accept this Netflix logo as me saying I'm not going to be watching this at all.
So
I'm more of a Hulu guy.
You're choosing Washington?
I'm choosing Washington over the Colts.
You know what's so funny is I actually am going to too, just because I feel like Washington wants to win, but just can't. But the Colts are like the same way, but since they're having a rookie quarterback start, I just don't see them really doing anything. And maybe this will be Carson Wentz's redemption, kind of, going against his old team.
Could be. All right, so we're both going Commanders.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about, you get to talk about the San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams.
Ooh, okay, so you always tell me that the 49ers always beat the Rams during the regular season, so I'm going to listen to your advice this time. I'm going to pick the 49ers. They have Christian McCaffrey. They got Jimmy G. They got George Kittle. They've got all the weapons to win this. And, like the Rams just don't look good. I don't know if it's the Super Bowl hangover or what, but they're just not looking too good. They're looking kind of sloppy this year.
Yeah, give me the Niners. They have Christian McCaffrey, which just bolsters their offense, but the main factor is Deebo Samuel. He just seems to be the guy that the Rams can't contain. So I'm sorry, Dad. I know you're watching this, and I love you, but I gotta go Niners. It's just their kryptonite. Okay, Green Bay Packers at Buffalo Bills. God, I hate this.
Do we really need to make like a whole session for this? Like, I think everybody's picking.
It's the
Bills. Sunday
Sunday night main game. You want to know the real breakdown of the game? The real breakdown is Aaron Rodgers. Bro, he sucks. He sucked for years. Devontae Adams was the only reason why he was really relevant. Don't give me this whole Packers have a defense. Packers don't have any type of D. They got a little shriveled up D from the cold weather up there in Green Bay. Packers suck. And I can't wait for the Buffalo Bills to climb that ladder and fall right through them, smashing them through a table. Give me Josh Allen to just suplex Aaron Rodgers into oblivion.
I would love to see that, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. That would be great.
I'm going Bills.
Yeah. All right. And we're on to our final game of the evening. It is the Monday night game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. You can take it away, my man.
Okay, Cincinnati actually playing pretty good considering, the whole Super Bowl hangover thing. But the Browns just, with Jacoby Brissett, I like Jacoby Brissett. He seems like a cool dude, like cool person to hang out with and everything. But I think he's more so to be in that backup QB role.
He's not winning games.
Yeah, he's just not winning the games that he should be. Now, I'm not saying that Deshaun Watson, whenever he comes back, will do this, will be any different. But I don't see the Browns, like, they only have really, Nick Chubb on their offense? Like, they don't have Jarvis Landry anymore. Kareem Hunt, they do.
David Njoku, I know he got hurt, so it really depends.
Yeah, I mean, other than those,
that's tight end.
Yeah, unless they come up with some miracle playbook or something, I don't think they could beat the Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, and I'm wearing the Browns jersey, I gotta go with the Bengals also, man. The Bengals are they're getting hot, and the Browns, Jacoby Brissett is keeping them in the games, but like we said, he's not winning the games.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it. There's two teams on bye this week. It's the Chargers versus the Chiefs, and the Chiefs. And both of these teams really need a break, especially the Chargers.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens next week. Thank you so much for being here, Chris. Is there anything you would like to say to the fans?
Go Dolphins.
Hey, go Dolphins.
Stay
go
above
Saints.
500.
Go Saints. All right, man. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope anybody who's watching has a great rest of their day also. We do this show every week, and it really means the world to me that I see the same people in the comments every single week. So thank you guys so much. And that's the final score. Thank you, and good night.